Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the VK3601H. It's the Tier 6 German heavy tank, and this one's located on the north spawn of Province under the command of Milestone 77. Well, this tank is one of those which was a waypost on the way to getting the Tiger tank. It was a prototype that was designed and built by Henschel. They built 8 chassis and 1 prototype, and it's actually quite a poor tank, a poor heavy tank, mainly because it's fairly easy to penetrate and it's very difficult to angle your armour. In fact, the only way really to angle your armour on this tank is to go into a diamond shape, that is to angle your tank quite considerably to the enemy and hope that the rounds will bounce off. I found a lot of difficulty trying to play this tank. Well, Milestone 77 has got a variety of guns to pick, and the one that he's gone with is the 75mm. And with that he's got alpha damage of 135 and penetration of 157 with standard rounds and 221 of the APCR. Well, he's got an enemy there on the other side of the map, another T-3485. He fires one round and misses, but he wasn't seen. And that T-3485 has got into cover. There is a P-43 Biz. And he gets one hit in, 138. He pulls back into cover. There's a 43 Biz as well. And he gets one hit and tracks him. Going for the T-3485 again. Nice hit, 152. Now he's pulled back into cover because he doesn't really want to get hit. But the big worry is, of course, you've got to watch out for enemy tanks. They're in the bushes up ahead, directly ahead. And there's a 3601H on the enemy team. And a KB2. He gets a nice hit there for 118. And another 135. He's been going to town on this KB2 now. All weak armor. He's hitting it in the rear. And another one. Yep, one more shot. Can he? It's 2 shots. Yep, one more to kill. Yes, he kills him. Now, P-43 Biz fires around him blind. That enemy VK is going up on top, but there's also an AMX-13 F3 down in the valley. There's the V. There's the opposite number. See how weak the armor is? He just went straight through the side. Can he get the P-43 Biz? Yes! And tracks him! Fires another one through, but we don't know if he's still there. He fires another one in. Oh, he killed him! It was a blind kill. So he's got 2 kills already. And he's pushing ahead. He's not going to go up by the north end. He's actually going to try and get up by the midpoint. Now that's going to make him vulnerable. There's a KB2 up there and a KB85, and they might proxy spot him, so he could be starting receiving enemy rounds, but his teammates are firing in at the KB2 and he's getting some spotting damage here. This is actually quite handy, because whilst he keeps those tanks spotted, his teammates up top can actually do some damage to them as well as the guys across the valley. Okay, he's decided to go the other way round. That was an Arty round. Now, what is he going to do now? Well, this is very unusual. I have the feeling that he decided to come back down here was mainly because of the KB2. We seem to have plenty of forces over on the east side of the map. And that was a round from the enemy Arty, which is an AMX-13 F3 and an M44, and he took a round from the Dicmax there. He needs to be careful. That's got a 105mm gun. It did a huge amount of damage, 356 hit points. KV2's up there, we can't hit him. But the Dicmax must have seen him. Somebody's spotting him at the moment. Okay, he's going to risk it. The other thing about the VK is he's rather slow. Very, very slow actually to move about. It's quite a heavy tank. Something interesting is happening. It's the Cromwell has managed to get to the south side of the east side of the map, and I think they've dealt with most of the enemy on the east side, so it's only the AMX-13F3 in the enemy cap area. So I think Milestone 77 has decided to go back to the west side, which is where most of the enemy are. Scores are even at the moment. Albert has taken up position in the very northwest corner of the map. Oh, this is interesting. This is a different move. He's actually going to try and creep up on the AMX-13F3 by going along the bottom of the map. If the enemy is no longer on the east side of the map, there's nobody spotting him as he moves up on the west side at the ground level. So it's only unless the AMX-13F3 spots him, and that's probably not likely because the AMX has got a very short view range. Ah, there's the Digmax. That's the one that hit him. Now, when he gets close to the Digmax, he might proxy spot him. You might hear him. Now, if his sixth sense goes off, yes, he was spotted. No, it hasn't. So I think he's safe to proceed now. Where's that Digmax? Digmax is probably behind. He might get spotted by the AMX. There's the AMX. Oh, misses with his first shot. Gets him on the second one. Only 36 hit points, but it's another kill. And that brings his total up to 3. It's going to be very slow for him to get up the slope. But once he does spot the enemy, we've got the Cromwell firing from the other side of the map. And so he should be able to get shots into whoever's trying to defend this area. And it's more than likely going to be that Digmax. Now we've got 594 hit points left, but there's also an enemy Arty, and that's an M44, and he's a good player. There's the Digmax, there's the KB2, and they're taking fire, and the Arty's working from our side. Now they may not have spotted us because we were in the bush at the time. Oh, we take out the Digmax with one shot, 81 hit points. Very nice. Now, no sixth sense went off, so maybe we weren't spotted. Right, the KB2 still receiving fire. Cromwell's come up to help us, and we're going to return to help with the Cromwell. Yep, KB2's gone down. That means there's only 3 enemies left. They're M44, they're KB2, the other KB2, and they're 40TP. Now the M44 is actually in the north. He's left the bushes behind, and he's actually firing from there. It's quite an unusual position for the M44 to be in. And of course our FB304 is up in the far north, in the northwest corner of the map. And I get the feeling that M44 is headed up in that direction. Oh no, he's not. He's actually gone up below. This is unusual. Well, they're 40 TPs now, one shot, and he's dead. So there's only 2 enemies remaining. Only 1 enemy remaining, the M44. The KB2's been killed. So it's everyone's is racing to get to the M44 as quickly as possible to get that last kill. Of course, Milestone 77 can get a Pascucci's if he can get the M44. There he is. Oh, the M44 just killed. Oh, and the FB304 has been killed as well. In fact, they rammed each other. And they both died, and that's the end of the game. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's first class tanker for milestone 77 in the VK3601H. H standing for Henschel. And we got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. We got 4 exactly. A master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating hits in a row. A fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of our own vehicle. And a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. We've got 8 in total. And we got a tank sniper for getting the highest damage at 300 meters. At least 8 shots, 85% accuracy, 80% must cause damage. Let's have a look at the team score. Oh, before we go, win 8, 5895 from that battle. Let's have a look at team score now. Well, he got the highest damage there, 1,846 hit points, but he didn't get the high caliber for some reason. Maybe it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit points in total. The next highest scorer was the AMX 12 ton on the enemy team, 1,555, and then their 40 TP managed 1,532. When it came to kills, it was definitely Milestone 77 who managed to get the highest amount. He got 4, the FB304 got 3, and so did the MX13 F3 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was still Milestone 77. He got a clean sweep at the top of the table. Then came the M44 with 699 and the Cromwell B with 639. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 22 rounds. He got 19 direct hits, 16 penetrations, damage of 1,846 hit points, of which 1,729 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits from the enemy. One was a penetration, one was a non-penetration. Of course, the one that was a penetration was from the Dicamax, and it did a huge amount of damage, actually. It was that 105mm gun. Very, very dangerous indeed. He received 1 hit as a result of splash damage as well. That came from the AMX-13 F3. He spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 1,139 hit points. And that was when he was spotting the KV-2 and the other tanks from just below the cliff. On a standard account, he earned 26,048 credits, got 6,252 credits for mission completion, so total came to 32,300, and after repair and ammunition resupply, total came to 26,238 credits. He received 1 bond for getting the tank sniper, and 898 base XP, plus 216 for a reward for completing the mission. Total came to 1,114 experience points altogether. He called this one being tickled to death, but, well, yeah, if you're tickled by a Dicamax, then you are in a lot of trouble, really. But it was a pretty good round, actually, overall. And the fact is that you did get some great shots on those tanks across the valley, and that's what earned you the tank sniper. The KV-2 that you took out, and the P43 Biz as well. Lovely shooting there, and that really helped your guys on the east side of the map. So congratulations for that. Really worked. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.